Since the Cronulla riots brought Australian patriotism to the surface in 2005, a new generation of flag-bearing and inked-up Aussies have hit the streets. It has become common to display one's affection for their country on the skin through the Southern Cross and other tattoos, while a vast number of Australians have become more and more public about their love of country. I met with Aaron Lugehead to discuss the phenomenon and began by asking him what motivated him to get his tattoo.
I just wanted to show my love for Australia through art, like especially tattoos.
You have a tattoo that says you're proud to be Aussie. What is it about Australia that you're so proud of?
Because we are the best country in the world. It's just really, our freedom, how our country's run, sort of. We have great beaches, we have great culture, we have great women, we have the best sport in the world, and it's just the greatest place to live. Nothing bad really happens.
And what of our flag? What importance does that carry for you?
It's our nation's symbol. It's what we stand for. It's what our sports stars play on their chest. It's what the soldiers fought to defend. And it just typifies what Australia means. Just looking at it, you just can't take your eyes off it. It's just passion.
Do you ever think that your patriotic ways could offend other cultures?
Some cultures, yes, because they're in our country and they might think that they're lower than us and that we're spitting on them or kicking dirt in their face because of the Cronulla riots, that Australians and Lebanese have bad blood and we're not, really the best of friends. So if the Lebanese person's seen them proud to be Aussie, they'll get offended by it and think that we're, kicking them in the face.
But it's not intended for that purpose?
No, it's just to show that I'm proud of who I am, where I come from, and I want other people to see that.
While talking to not-so-avid Australians who reveal their patriotism is not always so forthright, it would seem the approach to potential racism remains the same.
Hi, my name's Ben. I think I'm patriotic just in the way that I go about life, the way that Australians are supposed to be multicultural and stuff like that. And a lot of my friends come from different backgrounds and stuff. It sort of brings everyone together. Sort of, if you're Australian, you become one nation, and it doesn't matter where you're from or anything like that. But as long as you believe in the Australian sort of ways and stuff, I think that they're only showing their beliefs, and a lot of people that come to the country, they say that it's only fair if they get to show theirs, so we should be allowed to show ours as well. And I don't know, if they really did enjoy Australia as much as they say they do, then I believe they'd be patriotic as well.
Hi, I'm Shannon. Not overly patriotic, but I'd say that at times I am. On Australia Day I had a massive flag around my neck, which I would regard as patriotic, and when I watch sport like Australia play other countries, I get pretty worked up in that. I can understand why people do get offended by it, but I guess at the end of the day, we're in Australia and this is where I grew up, and I want to express where I come from, and when I'm out wearing it, it doesn't really cross my mind too much because generally surrounded by people that all have flags and stuff themselves.
Whatever the level of patriotism, it would seem that those whose families have immigrated to Australia, such as Filipino Christine McCabe's, will often be left feeling on the outside.
I think it's a bit in your face, and it's, I suppose, it's just over the top and too much, and it makes people who are from different cultures feel threatened. It definitely formulates a sense of negativity towards those who aren't born here, and it just makes people feel like they're not welcome. Australians are, they feel as if they need to defend their country against people who are coming here to live. They don't need to, go in the defensive mode or to I don't know, get into this extremist nationalism, because it's just not needed. I think that people should be welcomed with open arms when immigrating here.
While it may be hard to please everyone's wishes in what is clearly a sensitive and thought-provoking issue, perhaps student Rick Sibbons hit the nail on the head when he told me that respect and understanding needed to be shown before autism. Are you yourself patriotic?
I think I am, but I don't think I display it.
Yeah, what do you make of those people who do put on a show at extreme levels?
I think it just portrays the cliche Aussie bogan, and not in a good way. It's just people running around with tattoos and singlets thinking that they're so Australian. They've lost the meaning of patriotism. They've became so caught up in the image of it, they can't see what it actually means to be a patriotic Australian.
Yeah, do you think those who you believe have lost that meaning of patriotism are offending other cultures in doing so?
Definitely. If you're looking at Australia from an outside perspective and we're ostracising people simply because they're from a different culture or have different beliefs, then it just puts a bad image over the whole of Australia, even though it is the minority who act like that.
Yeah, so in that case, what is the ideal way for one to show their love of country?
I think it's just respecting people that have served the country, as in war, going to Anzac Day celebrations, and not going to an Anzac Day celebration to get drunk and play two up, but to think about what people have sacrificed so I can be here and live the way I live.